So we just arrived at our room, and yeah, we got a beautiful view, as you can see here, as I do a pan shot. And this is what we're seeing from the balcony out onto the ocean down below. Here in the other side of the island in Penang, Malaysia. Just waiting for our Grab car, which is the same as Uber, the Grabs. Be coming up there very shortly. We're in Penang National Park, and it's right next to the water. Velasquez walking up the jungle. It is just basic jungle here in Penang National Park. Like any other forest really, except there's a lot of ferns. A lot of everything really. And there's also a lot of monkeys here, which we might get, we did see some earlier. And it's quite an uphill climb in high humidity, 32-degree weather. Here in the big, deep forest or jungle. And of course, you don't get the same exposure we do with our eyes. It's always a lot brighter because it compensates. So
so hot now.
The sound of the jungle is all around us. We can hear the cicadas, the crickets, and a lot of birds. Lots of monkeys. Oh, here's the one that, I wonder which one that is. There's two types of monkeys.
I like the one that you took the other day in the temple.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
So this is just a difficult part of the walk.
Okay.
And so we're heading up further and further on this walk over to the other side of the national park. So it's arriving into the center of this walk, I think, and it's a waterfall. Just like any waterfall, they all look the same. And it'd be good to get a bit of refreshing water. Because it is very humid and hot. At 32 degrees, full on humidity, tropical heat.
Oh wow. Oh,
How are you enjoying the break?
Look at this.
It's so refreshing.
This is a nice surprise.
Tell me about the heat.
So it's not only hot, it's the humidity.
Yeah, so it's very humid, very steamy, tropical. Yeah, we're right at the end now. How many meters, let's go?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 100 meters only.
Okay, huh?
Oh, so we're right at the end. And it's probably taken us, about 2 hours to cross the park from one side to the other, where we walk down into a very nice beach apparently. But it's been a fun walk. Lots of amazing jungle plants. We don't know any of them. And the jungle atmosphere. We bumped into maybe about 10 people on the way. And so we're coming to the very end now. So I'll just pause it. What was it?
A centipede?
Oh, well spotted. A huge centipede.
So
I wouldn't
big.
look.
Look, it's
Yeah.
the size of my foot.
Put your foot next to it.
It's big.
It's a big one. Crawling along, doing its thing. I wouldn't know anything about this creature, except I nearly walked in him by accident. And he's heading
I
off.
have to be careful because I'm wearing thongs.
I know.
So maybe I'm gonna wear my gloves.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Ambalaska suddenly walking very fast. But no, they're harmlessly enough looking, but I wouldn't take a risk either. We know in Australia not to touch any of these types of creatures because they can do anything. Here we go. We can see out there that there is a beach. We're coming to the edge of the jungle now, and we're going to come out of it into the ocean or the sea. And apparently the sea has a lot of box jellyfish. So as a result of all the box jellyfish, they advise you not to swim, which is very hard when you're really, really hot. But I think it would be safe to go for a paddle and just really look down, not do it for very long. But I wouldn't go in and fully immerse because that's when you'd get stung. And for those of you who don't know what a box jellyfish is, it's one of the most dangerous jellyfishes on the planet. And a sting is deadly. If you don't get treated properly, you can die. And it's insanely painful. So a lot of people don't want to take the risk, even if it's smallish risk that you could get stung by one. But if you do bump into them out there in the ocean, you're going to get stung. It's coming out of the rainforest. After the 2-hour walk, with lots of breaks, of course. And here's the suspension bridge that you come out on. And here it is, the end of the walk. A lot of boring looking sand there. Beautiful tropical jungle. And that's where we just came out of. Here we are on the beach. It's sizzling hot. Time to get into the shade soon. And it is a nice beach, like a lot of beaches. Leska's drinking some water. And we're thinking of a paddle, but there's a lot of sewage in the water. We can see that. But we think when we get away from that river, might just be a little bit better, a few hundred meters down. Yeah, I got 17,000 steps. And the boat has just arrived as we leave this area. So we're going to catch this boat to Monkey Beach and then back to where we originally started from, back at the town. So it saves us having to do the whole walk back again, which would be nice, but very tiring. So we'll find out if this is a boat that we can go on. Beautiful, isn't it? Boat back? No? Is that the boat back to... Are we in the wrong place?
Are you booking boat?
Yeah. We haven't booked it. We were just catching it on spec. They told us to just catch it over here at the jetty. Does it land here at the jetty?
Yes, here jetty.
Do you know what time?
You wait there. I don't know your ticket. What time?
Oh, we're gonna buy one when they arrive. Because she said last boat 6:30.
Maybe you will wait. No.
We're still waiting for a boat, aren't we, Valeska?
Yes, we are. This is super pretty though.
And the fellow has said, as we said before, he'll do it for 150 ringgit or 100 for the boat, 50 for his phone call. And here's a boat in the distance, I see. And so we're castaways at the moment. I heard him shout. What did he shout?
I don't know. I just said, can you take us back? That's it.
And he pointed that he was going off, but that fellow said that they're coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't know what's happening. Look, he said he will call a boat for us. They're well worth 50 to avoid that walk. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. I'm trying to see if they
Yeah, that's about $17 for the phone call. But it's well worth it when we're this tired from the original walk.
And it's so...
And no water. I am definitely paying that money. It's well worth it.
Maybe they are picking up more people now.
Yeah, I think that's it. He will be back.
Well, at least he knows that we want the trip.
Yeah. Put it this way, I think at 5 o'clock is the deadline. That's when we get him to call. Let's sit in the shade here. So it's good. It's a bit of an adventure. Just under the pier here. Waiting for the boat. Hopefully that comes. And if it should come soon, we'll get on it. But if not, we'll get the fellow to call one. So it's all pretty straightforward. Yeah, we'll call a boat, I think. Same guy. Yeah, we call the boat, I think. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When you're full like this.
So we finally negotiated our amazing trip back. The boat will be here at this pier in about 20 minutes, and the man very nicely helped us out, which is fantastic. They've been rescued. He made the phone call. We got the boat coming. Otherwise we were marooned. But it's such a relaxed atmosphere if one ever comes here. It's been lovely being here for the afternoon. It's extremely isolated in the sense that there's very little facilities. There is a toilet though. A few signs. And then this place with turtles, which we're coming up to now.
Hello. Can we see the turtle? Hello.
A tiny thing. Oh, come on.
The baby.
Yeah, two little tiny turtles.
They're baby turtles.
Is there any actual turtles here?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Just mentioned the baby.
Uh,
Hello.
I'm videoing.
Oh, look at this beautiful. Hello. Look at that. They are super cute. Hello, I can see your face. I can see your face. Yes, I can see your face.
So we're just heading back now to get the boat, and it's on the pier here, and I just thought this is a lovely shot here. And so let's go walking with me after loving the turtles. Yeah. But this is perfect. I think they won't run away without us. We don't need to rush. They want their 150. How are you enjoying the boat trip? Good fun? Yeah. A bit bumpy, but I love it. It reminds me of going from Malaysia to Honduras on a trip of mine, and it was about a 4-hour trip like this in a boat similar to this. And they just dropped us on a beach in Honduras. The next day we had to go and check in with our passport. Okay, here we're coming around the edge. So now we're coming back to the northeast corner on the map. The National Park of Penang National Park. And there is Monkey Beach. across this for about 5 minutes. All these buckety planks that could collapse at a moment's notice.
Doesn't matter which way?
This one is safer. Francesca was having a big chat there. I missed it. So looking at the monkeys. Lots of monkeys here. Oops.
Yeah, monkeys.
Enjoy talking to them?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
another one on the road there.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I'll get some pictures later. I just was... Should we get out of the sun into the shade?
Yeah. Would be nice.
Yeah.
Have a
Tell me about your dad buying your first house in Chile, up in the mountains.
They bought a piece of land in the hills of Valparaiso, and they were the first ones to live there. So they bought it very, very cheap, and we didn't have electricity or sewer or anything. So my father, with the help of a friend, I think, and my mom, they built a little hut. And from there, they were like improving, and slowly but surely they got the electricity and everything going on. But at first, we only have candles.
Ah.
Yeah. And there was no one else in the whole hill. So when it was dark, it was only us. And when it was raining, it was impossible to go up the hill because it was just like a river of mud.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then how long did that last?
I think it didn't take them that long because by the time when I was going to school, which I was 5, we did have a few things like a nice toilet and shower and a bath and electricity. Yeah, so probably a few years.
Kittens locked up in a little thing like
It's a
that.
mom and 2 kittens and they don't look good around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no? But
Yeah.
it's hard.
You don't expect to see that, do you?
Yeah, no, very sad.
Yeah. Who would do that to their cat? Honestly.
Oh, God, it
Yeah.
breaks my heart to see them.
Yeah, the cats are definitely not well looked after here. You can see that one there scavenging. They're always quite skinny. Scavenging through all the filth in the streets, which you see regularly in these places, in this town. But the people can be very nice. Most of the time, they're extremely nice.
To be fair, that cat, that mom and 2 kittens, they had a bowl with food though.
Yeah. Still locked in that confined little box. I didn't want to go and do it because it's upsetting. It's not the purpose of this video to upset people. But it is a cruelty to any animals. It's just enough. Just shouldn't happen, if you ask me. Anyway, we just thought we'd drift around and see what's here. Just a lot of people who live in really rundown units. This is one of the better ones here. But my gosh, squalid conditions. And the funny thing is, this place, they build buildings that are the second biggest in the world, and yet there's all this poverty everywhere. And to me, this looks like poverty. What about you, Valeska?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think it looks very poor.
Very poor.
I'm surprised. I didn't think that was Malaysia. Yeah, but it is interesting. And look how poor. I mean, this is probably a poor area. You have poor areas, middle class areas. We've seen some of those. And probably super rich ones where you got super rich people. But wow, you just don't see this sort of poverty in Australia. Whether you're Mount Druitt or one of those places, even though that can look poorish, it looks super rich compared to this. Beautiful sunset from our hotel room. And as we come back, you can see this is where we're staying tonight. I'm going to just walk back and hopefully not bump into anything. What do you think, Valeska? There's the pool at the hotel. And we're here on the beach. I'm just doing a video. And it is, but there's a man on a horse. All the kids are playing. Valeska's here. What do you think so far of the?
Very pleasant.
So
And
we
very
have.
pretty. Actually, the restaurants, both of them, they are very pretty.
Yeah. So you have the candles there, and you can see back there. It's very beautiful on the beach. This is the end of day 5. And we have a novel here. It's called The Menu. And it's pages and pages of food and drinks. But it's about 20 pages, I would think. Maybe in a slight exaggeration, but a lot of pages. And we're here having dinner and enjoying it very much on night 5, I think it is. And we've got 2 days to go, tomorrow and Sunday. But here tonight, I'm just having a look here.
Before you love me, before you love me.